everybody. It is me, Dukect, and welcoming you here live on the Dukect live as well. So don't worry, fret that or and record pre-recorded stuff. Anyway, well, hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, man, what a complete crazy week it was in the world of professional wrestling, and it's still right now, and I'm watching here live the TNA Impact Wrestling. I gotta say, I like the set. I actually just came back home watching Furious 7. I highly recommend it. It's a nice, very good popcorn fun movie. Really fun and exciting. Uh, I say it's somewhat better than the parts the Final Story 6, but personally, I wish this would, if this is going to be the end of it, I wish it was so they could just move on. I think it's best if they did that because the way it was ended, I truly think there's no real reason why you need to do a sequel. But that's just my personal opinion. And yeah, anyway, I'm watching right now the match, and I'm telling you, Bram and Magnus, it's been pretty good right now. Oh, this is up. And oh, nice close up. Again, I do like the set. It looks really good. You got these things. I'm like, two Titan Challenge. I really do like the set, and I really do, dig the light and everything else. By the way, the match and feud, I really enjoyed it. And now they're in commercial, and oh yes, they're doing a nice little thing with commercial about peanuts. Who cares? Who cares about that? But anyway, let's talk about one of the big things that happened. I was notified this on my way up there. I was like, okay, it was like this, and then boom, AJ Lee um, is um, we heard that the story is which I was surprised by this. AJ Lee is leaving the WWE. She is retiring. I don't know if this is actually true or not, because part of me thinks WWE does like to run these type of stories and doing these type of things, these work shoot type things. I don't know if this is real. I don't know because if it is real, she did have very what's the word for it? She was very interesting. She was very interesting in that she's actually. I mean, she was like very polarizing, and that was what she was, a very polarizing figure. And if you like her, you really are in on her. If you didn't, well, and sadly, well, for me, she, I didn't like her. I liked her in the beginning at first. I think she was fine at the beginning. I think she was good. She was this nice, plucky, up and coming baby face, which I think that was her best role on the show. I think she had that nice moment. Then she went into the Harley Quinzel type thing, which I would dug at first, but then in 2012 it just became AJ Lee, AJ Lee, AJ Lee, AJ Lee, AJ Lee. I just couldn't stand her. She was all over the thing, the television, and everything else. I just didn't really care for her. I did not care for her because she was everywhere, and she got so annoying. Like, oh, she's a heel. Like, no, she got so annoying that I turned off her television. Every time I saw, I just I click. And that she became one of my reasons why I watch Raw less and less is because she was on it. And because I didn't think her character was just so of a blatant. Honestly, I thought it was much more. She went to her own thing to just being sadly a Mickey James ripoff. And honestly, Mickey James played crazy a lot better and interesting than she did. Yeah, I went there. But if you do like her, And I know I probably have a ton of people in the comments who are pissed off at her and everything else. They're pissed off and about this. Um, is that um, is that AJ Lee? She did care about it. She was there. She got people. She was truly. She got people invested, and she was this nerdy character and such, collecting Pokemon, loving The Walking Dead, and all that type of stuff. And but yet she looked like she was really frustrated at what the WWE could do to. Well, she reached her ceiling as a female performer in WWE. Sadly, her being in the background, and honestly, I think um, and she was winning. She just got her victory at WrestleMania, and she looked like, someone say she was booked poorly. I could agree with that. She was booked very poorly, too overbearing at one point. She can't look too much of a. I'm honest. I'm like, she looked. She tried. They tried to book her as dominant, but she wasn't really that dominant. Or, someone like, oh, I could tell. I mean, no, I just. And I felt honestly, Caitlyn, who I really thought she should have been more of a interesting. Oh, I think she was better. She never got a chance to shine. You know, I actually had a nice storyline for her, Caitlyn, something to continue the feud. Is you have Caitlyn like joins Bray Wyatt's cult type thing. She says she gets memorized by the cult. She starts following her, and then builds her back up to this for this type of stuff, which I think would have been great. I think she could have had this like she goes crazy with AJ's crazy. Like she just like starts laughing at the Black Widow to a point that AJ's getting shocked. Like what's the world? And then she loses the Divas Championship, and something like that. That mental like mind freak and everything else, and that would have been better. That would have actually been a lot more of an interesting type thing than with Caitlyn, with that and AJ or something like that. She has to refocus or whatever. Instead, you had her just go away into we have some guests here. Hello, guest 3 and 2, testing or whatever. Hopefully like this. Wow. Guest 3. She's. Yeah, I think you have very interesting things here. Says if you watch AJ Lee at WrestleMania, she seemed to spend a lot of time on the floor outside the ring. Clearly unhappy with her performance. I agree with that. I agree with AJ Lee being disappointed, and I see that. I mean, the Divas WWE has treated the Divas division poorly. I mean, they treated them like garbage, real horrible garbage, and it's crazy because Vince is very high on AJ Lee. She's supposed to be very high. Oh, by the way, Magnus and Bram, great for you, by the way. Match is really good too. And it looks like she's about to, Bram's about to just take down Mickey James, what have you. And now Bram's just stalking, just stalking um, uh, Mickey James, what have you. And Magnus is out like a light. He just wants, just, well, wait a minute. Who's this? James Storm. What is James Storm doing this? Is this the face turn? What is James Storm doing out here in the Revolution? She is joining. What is this? He's he turning face now? What is this? James Storm's good for James Storm protecting Mickey James, which unless this is a swerve, which I wouldn't be surprised, but yet why is yet that's the whole thing, which is very interesting. Oh, by the way, looks like the Magnus is up. Magnus is up. and kicks it right there. Anyway, back to the point. AJ Lee, I'm not surprised the way they do, which again is funny. Vince McMahon was always high on AJ Lee, which is funny. The way they treated her, but yet not the divas themselves. If Vince wants to make money, I mean, trust me, a lot of people love to see female protagonists right now. They do. Wow, and Magnus won. Magnus just pinned Bram. No, it was a kick out. Oh yeah, whatever. I thought I did. Misspoke. But it's funny that the most highly grossing films like a couple years ago, like was Frozen, was I think Gravity, and I think a lot of people, Frozen and Gravity. Those were the two one of the most high things back in 2013. They had strong female protagonists. And a lot of people like that. A lot of people are claiming for a Black Widow movie. I guarantee you, when one woman makes her movie debut, she's going to have a huge box office as well. When you and then the WE is missing the boat because they do have of the because a lot of people they want to support the divas. They want to support them. Just give them direction, give them purpose, which is the one thing that honestly even TNA in all its failings got right with its female division. It had lows and down points, but it seems like the women's division had as purpose. They are treated like they're actually wrestlers and such. They're treated like real important characters in the story. The divas, on the other hand, they have very different characters as well. Each of TNA the divas of TNA knockouts have a lot more different personalities and such. I mean, you have Taryn Terrell, someone who is a punky go-getter, crazy, would do any time a thing for the win. You have Gail Kim, the established veteran. You have Awesome Kong, the monster. You have the Angie Love, doing the whole beautiful people stick, but that's one flavor of it. And yet, Magnus did win. He just got the pinfall, and with three power bombs and such, Magnus wins. And it looks like I think that could be a end feud ender. Which, by the way, I think it could be, but I think this is something that continues. This TNA does not know how to end a feud. Anyway, back to the point of the divas and such. I'm wasting a lot of time. But it's just it's really because again, when you have a divas a division where people don't care about, when you have a lot of women on that roster who people would care, but then been driven a point saying they don't care. You are driven them to a point saying that the divas don't matter for all these years. Heck, honestly, during the days when Alonzo Blaze, the WWF/WWE treated women wrestlers a lot better back in those days. Heck, I remember there was actually a tournament for the women's championship back in the day. They actually have female tournaments and actually showed how they really respected the women back then. Nowadays, it's just you don't really see that anymore. It's sad. It's really, really just sad. It just a sad thing that with the divas and all the stuff here. And I really hope that the WWE starts acting better. Starts acting better with their divas, because if they don't, well, let's just say people are just not going to care for them at all. I mean, you have a lot of talent in NXT. Let's see if they actually can do something with it. I doubt it, but if they did, I think it'd be better overall. But and again, if this is a work shoot thing, I don't know. I hope it's not, but I wouldn't be surprised by it. You know, some people again are happy, saying it's good riddance, done. That I think some people like you could take the balance of Stephanie with it, which I doubt. You're not gonna get rid of Stephanie. She's Vince's baby girl. She ain't leaving the company. She's gonna be there. So you don't like Steph, you're not gonna get rid of her. Guestry right there. Hopefully you like. Oh yeah, it says WWE has a lot of time, a lot of TV time, and half of it is recapping instead of using talent. I'm just speaking to the choir right there. Is because they don't use their time effectively, and yet they still, after a 3 hour show, they still need to do an overrun. Shows me out of their, it doesn't show me they're stuck on tradition. That shows me they have bad time management. If you can't get what you're doing in 3 hours and you need an overrun, that means you have bad time management. Heck, I say you can't do your show in 2 hours, you have bad time management. That's what it is. Bad time management. If they go back to 2 hours, I hope they kill. I want that thing dead. I want to kill off that 2 hour or 3 hour like extra runtime. You cut you. It's like it ends at 2 hours. That's it. Bang bam boom. That's my personal thing. But you know what? It's just, and it's a shame because again, the WWE has the money, they have the production right, they can do all these things, but they don't want to do it. And it's a shame because, hey, AJ Lee, for what it was she was, people did like her. But I think at the end of the day, she got her own title run. She didn't really do anything. She was one dimensional, but she did play her part well. Um, and I think at the end of the day, it's a really shame thing. Um, my hope is maybe she can go to maybe New Japan or what have you. Maybe she goes in the independence. Like I don't know TNA, but maybe I don't know. Whatever. Maybe Lucha Underground. Maybe Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor seems to be doing something with a women's division, which I think they should be going into. But they should. Because as much as I like seeing Adam Cole doing 500 flips a day or what have you, or seeing Jay Briscoe and the Knights of whatever, um, pulling off matches that look like something right out of TNA back in 2007 and 8. As much as I like that, I think a you need to have balance. A lot of people, I mean, remember wrestling once upon a time had a huge female viewing base. Now it's not. Maybe if you start actually getting out of that space, which I'm not saying cut out the men, but I think you need to broaden it. Because if you don't broaden it, well, what happens to an industry that continues to become more insular? No matter how powerful it is, it will eventually crumble on its own weight and die. Anyway, um, that's a whole lot of stuff there for AJ Lee. We're going to take a small musical break, boys and girls. Don't worry, we'll be right back. But what I'm going to be talking about is the latest Nintendo Direct. I'm going to be right back talking about Nintendo Direct, people. Yes, it's because yeah, a lot of people were very positive at the facts about it. And it released, people were good, some people liked it, and some people, really were happy about it. So I will be talking about that. We have guest 4 here. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of the show and all that type of stuff. We'll be right back. Here's some OC remix for you. Here's some OC remix for all of y'all. I gotta listen to, let's see. Let's see what stuff I'm going to be listening. How about, no, something good, something. Well, since I'm going to talk a little Nintendo, how about some Super Mario World? Bowser is a champion. OC Remix, the trending artist is BXM Music. Hopefully you like that. Anyway, we'll be right back live here on the Duke CT Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me, Duke CT. We'll be right back right after this. are back live here on the Dukect Lounge. Remember, if you ever want to call in and join into the craziness, the phone number is always 724-444-7444. Once again, the phone number is 724-444-7444. And the call ID connecting me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, call ID is 92417. If you want to know, there's going to be a world title match as Kurt Angle is defending his newly won TNA World Heavyweight Championship to take on the number one contender, the former World Heavyweight Champion, Bobby Lashley. You see, Lashley's already in the ring, and this match is about to go down. All right. All right, I'll give you my play-by-play, but before we get that, let's talk a little about Nintendo. Nintendo actually had a direct on April 1st, which, by the way, I stayed away from the internet, which, for the most part, I stayed away from the internet. All I did on April 1st was do, all I did with April 1st was stay away from Facebook and Twitter. I stayed on the internet. I just worked on my review. That's all I did. That's what I did. I did not go anywhere near the end. They didn't know anywhere near the internet. Which is honestly, at the end of the day, it's the smartest thing you can do. If it's April Fool's Day, or what you call it, Liar's Day, or get the hell away from the internet day. Anyway, well, Nintendo released their Direct. I saw that Direct on Thursday, the next day, and let me tell you, I was impressed. I mean, not only did he have Mewtwo and all this type of stuff about the Smash Brothers, which I need to get back into. I desperately need to get back into Smash Brothers. I'm playing a bit more. I'm going to get back into it. Not only have Mewtwo, but Lucas, but also there was going to have a sign up, which I think is still going on. I'm going to put mine for Gino, which, by the way, I hope that thing gets up because honestly, Gino needs to get another shot. Or Mallow, which I don't know. Maybe I should go back and put Mallow there too because both of those guys, they need to get. They actually put a contest like, who do you want to see the next download for Smash? I'm surprised that thing hasn't shut down because I bet there's like a ton of people probably put down, the game. Heck, they probably put Shepard from Mass Effect since he wasn't Wii U title. Wouldn't be surprised someone did that. But honestly, I think Dave Takata of the Superplex podcast said he wants Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson from Techno Super Bowl. Wow. Man, I would mark out for that. Personally, I would go for Mallow or Gino, which I know that's the typical response. But for Maya out there, well, I would say Korra from Legend of Korra, or maybe any from the Avatars. Hell, Sokka from Last Airbender. Ooh, who wants to see that? Maybe I should put that. Maybe because hopefully they were in a Nintendo game. I gotta find that out. Hopefully I want to see if anyone else. Who would you want to be on Smash? Put the thing in the comment. Hopefully you put that thing up there. I'll put the link to the description of where they are doing it. So hopefully you guys and gals or whatever will put that stuff up there, and you're like, oh, I gotta go and get in on this because I am gonna get into it because that seems to be fun. Anyway, also. There's going to be more stuff for Mario Kart 8, 200cc. That's going to be huge. A lot of people like the Mario Kart 8. I haven't got Mario Kart 8 yet. I will probably get it maybe next month. If all things go according to plan. A lot of people love it because I haven't played Mario Kart in such a long time. Last Mario Kart was Double Dash, and I loved that. Me and the family, me and my brothers actually played that. In fact, the most we ever played was 64 and Super Mario Kart. Well, yeah, mine was Mario. I think Yoshi as well, and my older brother actually picked Koopa Troopa because I remember the theme song. Like, yeah, do 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 do. We had a little song like Koopa Troopa. Koopa Troopa. Yes, I'm weird. That weird. I like that. It was really fun. I mean, hopefully they bring that back. I like that mellow beat too. because Cooper True I always won. Seriously, what's Melby? Did they bring that back? I gotta find that thing. Anyway, they also have Fire Emblem. A lot of people love Fire Emblem. Oh, another thing about there was Splatoon, which I really liked. I think there was like back and forth, the whole multiplayer, the single story stuff, really fun. Not no voice chat, which is a shame because I wish they did have voice chat. I know they want to stop the file language and everything else. I get that, Nintendo. I get it. We all get it. But, I think a lot of people would mind having a little voice chat. A little voice chat, won't kill nobody. You know what I mean? It won't destroy the world. Also, a lot of people love, let's see, the Simagotchi Tensei crossover project gameplay. A lot of people are hyped for that. And I don't really care for Simagotchi Tensei or Fire Emblem. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I need to get into the game. Maybe, hey, if anyone wants to send me a free download or anything else about that game, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'll put stuff in, email me, stuff like that because I would like to have that. But anyway, if you want me to review it. But also, they're actually welcoming N64 titles and Nintendo DS titles to the Nintendo eShop so I can download um, Nintendo DS games. So I could record, if I wanted to, I could record Nintendo DS games from the Wii U and everything else. It's pretty fun to record all that type of stuff and have that play on the television because there was a lot of DS games I want to play and didn't get a chance to. So I'm really hyped up for that. And to me, the Wii U, even though some people call it a failure, even though some people might look into saying the Wii U sucks and all that, well, I can say this about Wii U games. At least I'm actually have the word. What's the word? Fun with them. I can have fun with them. I don't have to worry about pointless quick to others. I know what about Bayonetta? Yeah, Bayonetta has stuff like that, but for the most part, Bayonetta actually is longer than say the Order of 1886, but also has like fun gameplay, fun characters, you know, and a person who's not an old white guy. At least I don't think it is. I haven't played. I played Bayonetta one, but whatever. But again, I still have fun. I still had fun with these type of with everything else. I have fun playing with Bayonetta. I have fun playing with Smash Brothers Ball. I have fun playing with my Wii games as well. I have fun, which is something next gen consoles and next gen games and the PS4 and the Xbox One seem to have forgotten about. Yeah, so at the end of the day, am I going to be getting a PS4 and Xbox One anytime soon? Nope. Well, call because honestly, call me when that game starts selling. I'll be just happy with my PS3, Xbox 360, and the Wii U, and GameCube, and PS2, and Xbox, and then 64, and Dreamcast. Yeah, I'm a bit of a crazy nerd. Yeah. But anyway, with that all being said, that's the end of the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me here live on Talk Show. If you haven't done it live on Talk Show, why haven't you done it already? But you'll probably heard this on YouTube and all this YouTube and on the Freaking Awesome Network forums, also Freaking Awesome Network forums, the manicexpression.com, uh, screwattack.com, Zipcast, you know, anywhere and everywhere that I can possibly put my stuff on, um, video stuff, I would put this thing up there. Also, my latest review of Kind and Art which people have been liking that so far. And also, when everything gets according to plan and all that good stuff, I'll be reviewing WrestleMania 31. Hopefully by the end of April, I will have that done. Hopefully by maybe around the 20. If things go according to plan, I'll have that done. Hopefully by the uh, April 30th. If not, later or sooner. Just want to make sure I want to get all my bases done. So anyway, after that, I'm going to be doing more game reviews or maybe a movie review or whatever in the future. Anyway, thank you so much for being here live in the Dukect Lounge. Anyway, it's Dukect here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.